All right, we're going to give people a minute to pop over from Facebook or elsewhere online. We have our hardcore live audience.
Woo!
The rabid fan base. We have one viewer online. There we go. Looks like we have a couple now. All under control. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started now. Hi everybody, I'm Steve Carl. Welcome to another live streamed poetry from the library / living room of my house in Honolulu. This is going to be the third installment of third section of the third volume of my hypnopompic diary series called Apophenic Epiphanies. We made it up through the beginning first week of August last week, and I think should be able to finish today. It's about an hour and a half worth of reading all together, so I didn't want to subject everyone to that all at once. So we did the first part 2 weeks ago and the second part last week, and should be a little over a half hour's worth of material to read today. So, and again, these are poems that I improvised in the mornings when I was still not fully awake, and I was hoping to get the way your mind works when you're dreaming is different from the way it works when you're awake. And so I wanted to see if I could incorporate some of that dreaming mind into the writing of the work. So since June of 2020, I've been writing that way. So I'm going to read another batch of those. So they don't have titles per se for the most part. So I just give them dates, the date that they were composed initially on each one. So I will read those accordingly. So the first one is from August 9th of 2021. Assume a polarizing instruction is blending approaches to karaoke or bending encroachments on infrastructure to satisfy a beige constituency. Mise-en debtor follows up with rapture canticle, pruning apartment housing of the mind, terminal hustle failsafe, grafted to greed fear continuum trigger, and basic selector of homeostatic compliance. Valence mistakes notwithstanding, favor currying carries overt relevance security over scarce inversions of scarcity. August 14th. Downwinding time slices, history rescinded. Correlative spike appreciates the clarity of a comma. The superlative mansion ameliorates a jaundiced rapacity, raga rock chiming in from within it. Septicemia approval rating skyrockets after tea endorsement. Horse shit brings in the bigger bucks. Caesar's salad days, when he venied, when he vadied, when he vicied all over Eurasia. August 15th. Coiled in the baby hedge fund, strike ready. Zero on the oil, failure rate, minus the oxygen, systemic endeavor to replace community life with private wealth. Please, everyone, find your seats. Go lie down. I have a dog hanging out over here. August 16th. A lacquered shellacking ranges further over Afghansterdam. Roving mortality promise. Vocal bandstand welcome. Fit for boulevard nonsense motivation. Incandescence with its quiet lightning. Voting motive, motor votive, boating monolith, her dynasty secure, occasional pant leg of royalty, garnered treason intent, video bracing, neuronal disaster, happiness stampeding vilification fortress, Neolithic Netherland, opaque surprise juncture, unveiled as basting failure, zoned out marionette, saturated companionship teaser. August 19th. Immigrant cinnamon workshop on catastrophe hostess mantras. My pardon enthusiasts, uptight closure furnace. Football housing relative hoists a post-hole locust dig site. Ballast corpuscle surrender gelatins 1. Sweepstakes cholera. Collectively incarnate. Apprentice mobster. August 20th through the 21st. Photogenic conflagration. Priestess in the neighboring apartment, establishing fellowship with central heating. Vicarious pathbreaking is in vogue. Otherwise, a vegetarian landscape obtains. Particulate meltdown figuration in impoverished monocle. Fishing logistics dictate the Weltanschauung. August 22nd. A fallow panopticon burnished its rights, imposing apologetic corrosion on the villagers. Solar bomb stir-fry inhabits field respirator until portable ejac tech leaves hands free. Basic abasement of erasure, symbolizing a symbiotic bettering. Aggrandizement ritual goes bust. Insidious clocking of disharmony. August 23rd. Separate menagerie valences gather reply velocity. The commingling effect of reciprocity beckons. Al fresco nerve gas is refugee event, coded for unwitnessing. This one was actually not part of the Hypnopompic Diaries. This was written while I was awake. The word person is not a person, but we pretend the word person is a person in order to think a thing about a person. But when we think a thing about a person, we're pretending the things we're thinking are things when we're not thinking them. We're pretending our thought person is the person, but our thought person is just the word person, is not the person. We give personness to our thought person, but in giving personness to our thought person, We are stealing personness from the persons who are persons, not word persons, not thought persons, but persons. August 27th. Garrulous rockabilly apocalypse utterance, mango wrap-up, a fortune in elegance waivers, Chef Boyardee nomenclature, Zen Willow criminal input recognition, developed welcome monopoly over nailed statuary, nailed estuary, monolithic yerba opens onto patio prognosticator, or interested intensifier melodrama, business suitability companion artifact continuation, indefinite fallacy modification banishment, aware of imminent craze remainder, ducks under milquetoast grant writing exuberance. August 28th. Bed leapt, the pup emerges, slumber lord's weregild ransomed, further notion ramparts held aloft and priceless, apologies sooner becoming facetious, centenary yellowing delves deeply to overcome miracle sustenance, verbose canine joy in every ear. September 5th. Collapsed tongue, morgue recalcitrance, vellum compartment, vague recompense follows upstart miasma to overture reckoning. At the cantina, the power-filled makeshift contends with oppressive opportunity filtration. Zeal for wandering inveigles pardonable element lessening. Cackle isolator, basmati fender drift, wellness gobsmacked partner, ivermectin schism. September 6th. Afghanistan surcharge, variegated apocalypse flowerings, the wag of entirety's tail. September 11th. Outlaw determinant bellowing improbabilities, waves positive engagement apportionment, relegating tower panic to terror response, superimposed tramp's meal, American mourning. September 13th. Evasive mansplainer juggles a feral apportionment and delves into dependent dervish toppings. Pullover weather symbolizes makeshift uncanniness overtly contingent on Westinghouse. A house heading west? Wheatfield logician imperils Gothtropolis. This was also September 13th. Snarkmado, tugging the edgewinds of culture, lending every library a fiver to deliver a concussion of logos. Insensitive hollering tombstones the sailmaker. Beltane never ends colossal fidelity. Corruption buoyancy floats a jury trial balloon over intrigues and treaties. Monocle mnemonic dances cat skills between cat's kills. Sarah's palindrome. September 18th. Nitrofurantoin and Applequel, Cefpodoxime and Proin. Speak the spells to heal the ailing dog. Palomar Discovery License delves openly upon pensive establishments. Gross telemetry of grocers limits status. Compartmentalization motives. This rotary dial dictatorship. September 19th. Malfeasance imperative overrides the vestibular Mozilla prodigal. The achievements of wasted fraternization monuments notwithstanding. This is also September 19th. This is a rain transcription. We have a screened porch outside of our bedroom that has a plastic corrugated roof on it, and so sometimes when I'm doing these, if the rain is splashing off of the corrugated roof, and you screw your mind up just right, you can make it sound like human speech. So sometimes I transcribe the sounds that I hear the rain making on the corrugated roof. The monkey will get its dip tonight. What people love destiny to go to. Elizabeth planned a dance scoop. When it comes. A teacher I'm related to. Inner road. Monkey, monkey. It's the lowest I'm privy to. Two, eat up the caps. It's a wooden ambition. Tell her your math is a bad. September 20th. This one has a title. It's called The Mock Cuss, which was the title I will explain, I guess. It's the title of a literary journal that I opened. I had a dream that was an unboxing video, and in this dream I pulled out of the box a literary journal which was titled The Mock Cuss. This is like a pretend swear word, I guess. Watching your Prophecy of the Month t-shirt unboxing video. The world is coming apart at the seams, but our hand-sewn 100% cotton tees never will. September 25th. Minimalist Manimal jars his own approval rating with Spartan decor. An electrified tartan melisma rampant in solicitude. Breakdance ramifications apparent in suppler funnels tuned in to turnips, replicate a tendentious paucity. Villainous garage, catastrophe on loan, rent to own Armageddon. Put a pause on the planet, we've reached liquefaction. I can never decide whether that sounds better as villainous garage or villainous garage. So sometimes I pronounce it one way and sometimes I pronounce it the other. October 2nd. Ferris wheeling. Rebel inferences awaken. Parlor fundament. Whistle cannon. I am a billiard montage in green, felt up by circumflex approximations to parental dividends, sarcophagus fillers in the last roundup, a rounding error of reality, bleak housekeeping. And this is another rain transcription from October 2nd. Sit down, jump up, you turnip. Get it, got it, Now you do. Optimal president sits back easily. Muckety muck. Continental stand-up digit. Incredible sadness. October 3rd. Wing and prayer supply chain trouble. So here's a sack of loose feathers and some hastily improvised imprecations. The effrontery. Mining 1970 for material. October 4th. Sign-off manipulator entropy validates a portent zero capstone. Myocardial garden volume is chancy motorway blockade. Eusomatic balloon. Never penetrate to visionary. Post-Florida candidacy apologizes. Fatuous gorilla emphasizes metagestural manifolds. Embracing bardic mobility where steeping cardophiles surprise. October 9th. My Empedocles suspension magnetizes authorial realms of panic circumstance. A belabored majesty corrected for Gregorian paradigm. The brainstem's immodest contortions enrage the musculature puppets. Invariable repetitions of previous calamities ensue, countering fictitious history mandates. October 10th. What the luck, leading a preparatory morning commingle, spare volition rendered possible through vibratory wiggle, chamber vestiges demarcated to project narratives. A downpour does obliquely that, owns the proud. The vagaries of orthography shape our lived experience. Language is the house of being, but you can't look for a new one on Zillow. Language is the house of being is a quote from Heidegger, by the way. October 16th. Painstaking commemoration of the Sylvan deflection, its reflectivity an icon of popular defiance. Grab bag, shopping spree, capital catastrophe. Cellophane daisies unite to intimidate. Perdition at hand, salvation at feet, awaiting only purgatory's torso, with great zeal for sealant, an abstruse interstitium of laments and chorales, for band-beating vocal accountant scenery. October 17th. The vinegar ephemeris melds possibility monads within raconteur elevators to clear-cut possibility fortresses in damaged locator motives. Apprised of mendacity overture selfhoods, nirvana beckons. Ostrich continuum insinuator. The detoured haberdasher of feels. Grape grope. Hall of schmears. Indigent emotional context replicator. Serrated peptide genius outstrips the canonical lemming dressage fatality. This is also October 17th. Floater voter. Arrested tranquility coordinator unveils rapscallion plague facsimile. Weaponizing self-owning xenophobia to imperil the national identity. Deliver us from equals and forget us our press passes. October 19th. The flavorless hormones. October 23rd. Favorable Agitation's Studious Contentment Brigade is opening a dumpster for signal points, the creme de la cormorant. Animal Apostle goes postal, maintenance surgery for cyborgs. Are you prim or deciduous? Tremolo goosebump palliative, no wait, too late. Tremolo goose step palliative. Footfall fetishes, lamentably charismatic charbroil fanatic, works over the distressed microclimate. October 24th. Aromatic derivative inventions swallow portent malformers in a degenerative hollowing out of unfathomed opportunity. Embracing the memorial service chain link thunder court, the bailiff as gate-kept honey stick, recidivist nativity stickler, seizes the go-kart hope maneuverable, buzzless manifesto from shame's jail cell, an augment calibrator calculating ephemeral nosegay solutions for processing. Co-pilot of Santa Claus? This one's on the house. Also October 24th. Conceptual miasma, verity sausage. Understudy of blowhard wattage miscalculates his alignment to signatory industry swelter as impoverishment algorithms are gullibility broadcasts to poker-trained sociopaths. October 30th. Positively fathomable, the pardon machines with contours, electric ability matrices. Phantom pallbearing services arrive to delegate avian motor tragedy encounters. Phased uncanny weltering. Visible Montreal skyliners embrace the tactical practicum over enveloped endorsements. Uptight vehicle maneuvers protect saucer profitability amid ticked-up cancer panic. October 31st. Halloween importunity zealots finagle Wendigo energy from boardwalk tricyclic imposters, their vaguely accordioned wiper packets goading spot-checked leopards with fanciful brevity. To everything's internally taciturn eternity, there is a seed sun. November 5th. Where's a medically feasible arrogance when you need him? And all this over a vociferous cephalopod. Congress's parent conglomerate permits ephemeral chimeras of democracy. A forceful concentration of baloney dins the way. Apologia for anesthesia or television. Barometric commentary is the rheumatism of creeping fasciitis acting up. Melancholy Nuremberg. November 6th. Directionless churn. The contemplated far-reaching availability of airship dilemmas. Post-pattern resignation. Embracing the vertigo to evaluate stasis. Correct for COVID risk. And don't forget, flew like an equal to vitamin C. November 7th. The irreplaceable fog and penitent fortitude of solids. Names bolt upright. A shuffled motorcade vacancy awakens. November 9th. Part-time crochet magnates, oblique avoidance strategy, Aristotle's femur, ecstatic conniption. November 11th. Latent mistake engagement, catty berater, serotonin contributor party, develops under influence of attachment canister, retrograde escape artist, a contiguous brinksman, supply chain snail mail, vector hue goings on. November 13th. Uncharacteristic nomenclature aside, the vol's rapid tangent approximated, malignant apertures of wistful memorabilia do tell the impassive library of sacrifice. Its fellowship demonizes virtue. Whig Zeppelin-esque, mannequin demarcations abound. Visible water lines approach. Cedar convection instrument, the Borgnine mutation, and the vicissitudes of arm flinging. Ted Cruz attacks Big Bird. Puppet civil war is on. North Star pendulum, footfall inquiry. Make the most of this moment. Now this one, and this one. This. Keep going. November 14. Explanatory kicker, parakeet blunderbuss orientation. Is there a better map? Your attention unmultiplied, a barterable deforestation, colonial dispersal, asymptomatic autonomy. November 20th. Groany canine, whiny cat. Early AM postal dispersion. Laundry baskets slide across floor. Fig leaves sorted into piles. Brace yourself for the eloquence variant. Semantic fatigue. Instantaneous oration. November 21st. Yucatan slap fight, Oregon gaslight, Mellotron pigshite. J.D. Salinger weather foresight celebrates the eye-opener, catatonia. Fellow vacationer mobster layover, eking out controlled Waterfeller Rockford. Corollary bird mention censor, volcanic haberdasher thunders bo-peepishly. Next door vapor saves cadences. Sublime, neckerchief mending, polar bear dayglow. Idris Elba's plant sitter's forecast embodiment. Rectified philanthropy cenotaph visuals. November 25th. Grateful Undead Syndrome. Village apostrophe meltdown. Raising arid zoners ball pit. Melanoma melange. Yggdrasil souvenir pilot program succeeds on Lake Merritt. Canadian Bake Off produces wellness regime for moose. Goal tendencies embark on aptitude for a civics lesson. November 26th. Panic at the laundromat. No quarter asked, none given. A system ensued momentously. Apologetic muse is cured. Glib contraction, I'm all yours. Did you say juice concentrate or consecrated? Wisdom tune-up, the alligators in high gear. referendum on toniness. November 27th. Dada Day. Kiri Grizzle. Va 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 vaudeville. Exquisite toast maturation bathes jetliner finances to cross Mercator vantage point. The birds don't believe you and your armistice favoritism. November 28th. Present and unaccounted for. The rational animal. Ha! That's a cute story. Elevator grab bag dynasty, collars and absolute Vonnegut melodrama, where we feature ballooning ritual. Scarcity of meanness, that's what I'd like to see. Pekingese in the Poconos. Penny ante penne candy. Finessing gravity. December 4th. Parsimonious carcinogen. Your transformative performance as celibate armoire conditioner favors the palimpsest of tidy normalcy. Botherability is fortified. The cuteness of puppies and kittens insatiable. We could trade them for bears and join those in hibernation till spring. December 5th. The graceful dead maneuver the exotica, casting aside all fuss, bluster, and flaming primordial dumpster fire. December 11th. Honorable unmentionables, a party to the privy. Access Hollywood chipper. Z for Zendetta. Not Zendaya. December 12th. Blackout standard challenged. Coyote lockdown style war. Ferocious blandishments served, then reserved to reverse. Reverse to reserve. Then served blandishments. Ferocious war-style lockdown. Coyote challenged standard blackout. December 14th. Our corduroy apostle deserves flamenco. When in doubt, apologize to Bethlehem. Varieties of sugar later constitute a garrison. December 18th. Pop locking Appaloosa, genuflex on chilling hilarity of rapidly documentary disposal, yellow urinal impurity, offensive soiree, alarming imperial disaster monkeys. Core meltdown prodigy attunes itself to warning passable jet streams of biblical prostitution hollering commentary. Nickelback gopher, your emphatic labor is ended conditionally. Furtherance goaltender, your mountain apology is catastrophic. Felony marsupial arranging builds up a tolerance for watershed finance streams. December 19th. Creditable Vanguard summary rarefies the post-mortem snack. Fellowship of the Stinger, pandemonium heartbreak. Here's a worldwide causative gorilla for development. Symbolic looper, inquisitional audiophile, resistor of basic cable payment schedules, living dangerously at Fahrenheit 450.9. December 23rd. Gargantuan megalith forests the Coltrane. protecting vigorous meltdowns from import. A prolonged zipline or hemline is to zealot as maudlin adaptation isn't to network suit. December 24th. Holidays in the pod, as ceremony as that sounds, under an Aegean aegis, fortified by none such. December 25th. Carillon disaster is age wrung, in the reign of St. Nicholas unending, desertification of the giving spirit. Whew. Real Scrooge, huh? December 26th. The crown is not overthrown yet. Resurgency as short O. Distrust and falsify. Remember to put the peas in the pies. December 30th. In wintry dissolution, a summarized opportunity's obnoxious curtailment awaits its substrate. Fantastic debacle of aggrandized piracy. You've organized society's basic contagion. And New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2021. Squeamish interjection bogarts that thing. List to port. The requisite hormonal impostor awakens the kraken. Arcturian crush assembler replicates dynastic compulsion engine per ballistic, replicates dynastic compulsion engine per basic Magellanic contrast. Forgetful motorway indignity blow through kept time's inflection point on steam harvested from the prior. Thank you. So let's see, I'll check and see if there's any questions. Dan asks, are you still writing with this method or have you wrung all the words out? I seem to be repeating many of the words, but I am still writing with this method. It feels like it's starting to wind down, but it's not quite there yet. So I started writing and doing this in June of 2020, so I may actually just kind of go until May 31st of, give it until June, the 1st of June of this year and see how it goes. But I'm also brainstorming what to do next. So it is a boiling back there somewhere. And some very nice compliments. Thank you, people. But no further questions, so we'll leave it there. So I do have more stuff that I've written from the 1st of January up until, basically today. So as I go through and edit that material and get it into a shape where I feel comfortable sharing it with people, I will have another reading at some point. So and hopefully I won't wait, as long as I did this last time. It was like 7 months between the last reading and the last reading for, which was for whatever the last book was called. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what it was called now. The last book and this current one. But I could have done some along the way. I just was kind of saving up to see where this one was going to go. So that's all for today. And there's an anthology out of critical writings from New College of California, which I attended in the early 90s, and they're going to be doing a book launching event in April, which I won't be able to attend, but I'm thinking about doing a companion live stream here for that, and read my contribution that's in that anthology. So stay tuned for that. I'll post an event on Facebook when that's ready to go, if that ends up happening. So thank you everybody for joining me. Any of these readings that you miss, you can find them on my YouTube channel. The URL is not Facebook. YouTube doesn't seem to have URLs that are easy to remember. So if you just go to YouTube and do a search for Steve Carl poetry readings, you should be able to find a playlist that has all of these readings that I've done in the past there. So if you're interested in seeing any of the previous ones, or if you missed the beginning of this one and for some reason you can't find it on Facebook, it should be there. So go check that out, like and subscribe, etc., etc. And thank you very much. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Bye-bye.
Yay.